Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On the Metro Court patio, Portia begs Curtis not to abandon their marriage and family because she committed a mistake. He claims he can't undo what she has done. Nina meets Carly in the ladies' room and tells her that she genuinely wanted their partnership to work, but she pressed her hand by pushing the court date. Whatever happens next is up to Carly. At the bar, Ned tells Sonny that, despite their conflicts, he must give him credit for paying for Joe's school because he is exceptional. Ned then observes Willow and Drew and approaches them. He warns Ned that he will not allow him get away with setting up his mother. Meanwhile, Brooklyn encourages Dante to compliment Gio. Dante compliments him on his performance up there, stating that he is quite talented. Lucy arrives and shouts at Dante and Cody for not being in costume yet. Backstage, Lulu advises Lois not to appear surprised. She's always known Gio was her grandson but has kept the truth from him his entire life. Curtis accuses Portia of tearing their beautiful family apart by lying and manipulating him to do Drew's bidding. She begs him to not give up on them. He hasn't, at least not tonight, because it would signal to Drew that she has been exposed. He says they'll play the role of the happy couple tonight. Drew says he has no idea what he's talking about, but Ned claims his mother would never leave proof of a crime in her own car. Ned informs Willow that they tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, believing Drew used her in the same way he did Michael. Olivia joins Ned as Willow explains that she is not a victim, and that Michael refused to visit her when she traveled to Germany. Olivia warns Willow not to expect compassion when this goes wrong. Nina tells Carly that she has forced her hand and will testify that Michael abandoned his children and refused to see or talk with Willow, even though she flew to Germany to meet him. She claims that everything appears to be going wrong for Michael, but Carly dismisses this as a spin. Nina claims just one parent has constantly been there for those children, and it is not Michael. Emma encounters Sonny, Brooklyn, and Gio. Emma praises Joe's performance. They all decide to return to their seats. Backstage, Lulu informs Lois that she can show Dante as Joe's father, and that he got Brooklyn pregnant at summer camp. Lucy approaches the stage to welcome Chase, Dante, Cody, and Isaiah, who are playing The Look of Love by ABC. Chase sings the lead. Brooklyn and Chase kiss backstage, and she remarks that he was quite attractive up there. Lucy intervenes, stating that no PDAs are permitted in the workplace. Lois takes them off, and Gio asks Lucy where his Aunt Lois is because she has his earpiece. Lucy believes she was in the changing room. Kai and Trina run across Curtis and Portia, and Trina wonders where they've been. They say they've been around and won't miss her act. Curtis excuses himself to grab drinks, while Kai and Trina visit the silent auction. Portia then notices Curtis and Jordan again. Nina approaches Portia and informs her that she has been looking for her because Curtis is suspicious. Portia claims Curtis knows everything, and she's concerned about what he'll do next. At the bar, Curtis tells Jordan that Drew is blackmailing Portia. He desperately wanted to be mistaken about this. Vaughn arrives and Joss treats him like a waiter. She inquires as to why he is here, to which he responds that he is enjoying the evening and helping a worthy cause. Carly interrupts and wonders who Joss' friend is. In the dressing room, Lulu tells Lois what she knows about Gio, who is Brooklyn and Dante's son, and Lois misidentifies her as Carmilla Palmieri's son. Vaughn introduces himself to Carly and mentions that he knows Joss from PCU. He says he'll see them around and walks away. Carly tells Joss that he's cute, so what's the deal? Lois insists to Lulu that Brooklyn knows nothing about Gio. Lois says that she and her mother could not let Gio go, so they made arrangements to keep him in the family. Gio opens the door and listens as Lulu informs Lois that Joe's life has been a deception, and he is not Camilla and Francis Palmieri's son, but Brooklyn and Dante's. Lucy then brings rockstar Wydee onto the stage. She performs the song Old Her. Lois advises Lulu to consider the lives she will damage if this goes out. Lulu claims she isn't being petty and hasn't thought about anything else for months, but Lois' actions are inappropriate. Either Lois tells Gio and Dante the truth tonight, or she will tell them tomorrow. Lulu storms out. Sonny talks to Anna and wonders if she got to speak with Robin. Anna did, and she is disappointed she is unable to attend, though Emma is capturing some behind-the-scenes photos for her mother. She is pleased to be here to honor Robin and others like Stone. Ada Turner interrupts, and Anna exits to change for another performance. Turner remarks to Sonny that his and Anna's interaction appeared intimate. Sonny adds they were talking about Robin and Stone Cates, who are the reason this event is taking place, and she should look them up. He walks away. Jordan talks to Isaiah at the bar and compliments his dancing skills. He praises her and points out that she should be on his arm tonight, not Sidwell's. Willow expresses her delight that Drew's name has been cleared, which will aid with the custody hearing. Drew implies that they can now begin a new life, either here or in D.C. Willow is taken aback by his comment but has no time to respond. Nina interrupts, saying Rick has asked her to testify, and she will take the stand to declare those kids belong to her and Drew, and they have her entire support going ahead. Willow thanks and hugs her mother, and Drew says it means everything to them. Carly and Joss keep an eye on Nina, Drew, and Willow. Joss says they make her want to throw up. She can't wait for her mother to remove the kids from them. Backstage, Emma meets Chase and Anna, who are about to perform the tango. Nobody can find Gio, who is scheduled to play in their show. Willow meets Isaiah by the bar and compliments him on his performance on stage. Isaiah hopes to have a date set for the event by next year. Willow says she'll be lucky to be with him. Emma discovers Gio out on the patio angry. She asks him what's wrong. Lulu pulls Cody aside and tells him she faced Lois, who admitted everything. Dante then intervenes, asking what they are whispering about. Kai informs Trina that he's been thinking about next year's ball, and that they may perform together. They kiss. Lois rushes around like a chicken with its head severed. She draws Brooklyn aside from the others to talk. Lois informs Brooklyn that they must go right now. Backstage, Anna and Chase practice, but no one has seen Gio, causing Lucy to fear. Emma asks Gio what's happening on the terrace, since her grandmother and Chase need him to play. He cries, "Yeah, I have to play since that is the gift I received from my mother. I'm a violinist and my mother taught me everything, and that's all I have left of her." Emma offers to tell them he's ill or anything, and he doesn't have to do it. Gio says he does, therefore the performance must go on. Gio appears backstage and Lucy encourages him to go on stage. In the ballroom, Dante inquires about Cody and Lulu's situation. Cody claims Lulu informed him how he stood out after their Look of Love performance. Dante doubts this and instructs them to take their seats. Brooklyn informs her mother that she will not miss Joe's performance while her husband and Anna dance tango. Brooklyn walks away, and Sonny asks Lois what's up. Lois sobs that she is in severe distress. Sonny says they'll fix it later and asks them to take their seats. The performance begins, and Gio does his best to maintain his composure. However, he appears to be angry and hateful and he pauses. Anna checks on him and asks if he's alright. Gio looks out to the audience before taking center stage to perform something he's never done before. He has dedicated this performance to his parents, who did not want him, did not claim him, abandoned him, and lied to him. He dedicates it to his mother, Brooklyn, and father Dante. The audience is horrified when Gio smashes his violin on stage. Dante turns to face Brooklyn, who has a tear flowing down her cheek. Willow tells Drew she wants to put an end to the conflict over the children. Someone arrives at Liz's house and surprises her. Lucy questions Trina and Joss backstage as to why they are not dressed in their costumes. Sonny tells Ned and a heartbroken Olivia that Lois must know something about this. Carly advises Lulu to leave the track before she is leveled. Jason answers the phone and asks, "What do you need me to do?" Portia Ashford Brooke Kerr begs Curtis Ashford Donnell Turner not to leave her. Nina Reeves Cynthia Watrose reminds Carly Spencer Laura Wright that she is responsible for whatever happens next. Ned Quartermain Wally Kurth thanks Sonny Corinthos Maurice Bernard for paying for Gio Palmieri's Giovanni Mazza education. Drew Kane Cameron Matheson is accused of framing Tracy Quartermain Jane Elliott. Be sure to check out our next week's GH spoilers here. Portia tells Curtis not to leave her. Curtis should ponder about Trina Robinson. Tabiana Ali. Curtis can't restore what Portia has undone. Portia has lied to Curtis again, after promising not to. Curtis informs Portia that he is aware of what he has and does not need her to remind him. Curtis claims Portia broke it. Curtis claims Portia manipulated him. Portia warns Curtis not to give up on them. Curtis is not giving Drew what he wants tonight. Curtis says they'll make it through tonight because he needs to protect his kid. Trina and Kai, Jens Austin Astrup, talk to Curtis and Portia before going to the silent auction. Gio reveals the truth during the nurses' ball, and Portia's marriage ends. Sonny tells Ned that Gio is a lovely kid that he wanted to help. Drew and Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, interview and Ned confronts Drew. Drew pretended not to understand what Ned was saying. Ned informs Willow that she is a victim. Willow disagrees, citing Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, and Sonny talk about Robin Scorpio Drake, Kimberly McCullough, and her disappearance. Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, checks in with everyone. Read this. Are General Hospital's Tracy and Ned prepared to use their game-changing secret? Brooke Lynn Chase, Amanda Setton, and Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, praise Joe's performance before Dante is hurried backstage. Emma Drake, Braden Bruner, enters and announces that she has resolved to be on her best behavior tonight. Emma feels terrible for whatever behavior Gio has to go through. Lucy takes the stage and introduces the next act. Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, Dante Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, and Isaiah Gannon, Swandy Wilson, who play the look of love. Lucy introduces Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, and informs them that he funded the event. YDE is the following performer. Gio reveals the truth during the nurses' ball, and Portia's marriage ends. Lulu Spencer, Alexi Haven, informs Lois Chirulo, Rena Sofer, that she has kept this secret from Gio his entire life. Lois tells Lulu she has no idea what she's talking about. Lulu claims Dante got Brooke Lynn pregnant at summer camp, and asks if she should proceed. Lulu and Lois are still backstage when Gio goes looking for her. Emma goes seeking for Gio while Anna and Chase prepare to perform. Lulu informs Lois that Brooke Lynn told Cody that she had become pregnant by Dante. Lulu informs Lois that she knows Brooke Lynn left camp and went on tour with her. Lulu even mentions when Gio was born. Lois wants to know why Lulu is delving into things and interfering with people's lives. Lois stated that they could not let Gio leave, so she did the best she could. Gio overhears Lulu tell Lois that he is Brooke Lynn and Dante's son. The only question is who will inform them. Lulu has known about this for several months. Lois informs her that she is going to destroy countless lives. Lulu believes what Lois has been doing is wrong. Lulu tells Lois to speak the truth tonight or tomorrow. Lulu informs Cody that she confronted Lois. Dante interrupts them. When Lois discovers Lulu chatting to Dante, she tells Brooke Lynn that they must leave immediately. Dante informs Lulu that they need to hurry to their seats. Brooke Lynn refuses. Sonny wonders what's wrong. Lois informs him that she is in grave peril. Nina intends to claim Michael abandoned his children. Nina intends to claim that Michael enabled Willow to take the children the night she departed. Michael left his children and traveled to Germany. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, is at the ball when her handler arrives. Carly wants to know who her friend is. Nina is determined to testify in the custody hearing. Nina assures Willow and Drew that she will continue to support them. Drew is overjoyed that Nina is in their corner. Jocelyn can't wait for Carly to pick up the kids. Nina feels she will be able to gain Willow's custody. Emma tries to get Gio back on stage. Gio claims that playing is all he has left of his mother. Gio believes the show must go on. Gio prepares his violin to play for Anna and Chase. Gio stops playing and glances around the room. Gio wants to try something new. Gio dedicates the performance to his parents, Brooke Lynn Quartermain and Dante Falconeri, who did not want him, gave him away, and lied to him throughout his life. Gio breaks his violin. Dante goes to Brooke Lynn for answers. General Hospital, spoilers and recaps for Thursday, May 22nd indicate that the truth about Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, has finally been revealed, and in the most dramatic way possible, so it's time to dig into all of the drama. The May 22nd episode continued from where the May 21st episode left off, with Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, and Lois Chirulo, Rena Sofer, bickering backstage at the nurses' ball. Lulu confronted Lois about the Gio adoption fraud, and the woman tried to deflect, but Lulu was having none of it. The silver lining to the confrontation between Lulu and Lois was that Lois made it plain that only she and her mother, Gloria Chirulo, Ellen Travolta, New Gio was Brooklyn Quartermain Chase, Amanda Seton, and Dante Falconeri's Dominic Zamprogna's son. She reasoned that they wanted to keep the boy safe and near so they could ensure that he grew up well. She was clear Brooklyn had no idea. Speaking of Dante and Brooklyn, they were near the stage as Mom praised Gio on an excellent performance. Dante also complimented Joe's excellent performance, and given the recent animosity between the two, Gio beamed from ear to ear at the comment. Still, Gio needed to prepare for his next song, so he went backstage. He was looking for his earpiece, which he suspected Lois possessed. Lucy Lynn Herring directed him to a dressing room, where she had last seen Lois. While Lulu and Lois were arguing, Gio was standing near the dressing room door. He was about to come in when he heard Lulu scream that Joe's entire existence had been a deception, and that his real parents were Dante and BLQ, not Camila and Francis Palmieri, his adoptive parents. Lulu then threatened Lois. "Tell Dante the truth today or she will tell him tomorrow." Back at the nurses' ball, fans were treated to a beautiful number as Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, sang Look of Love, by ABC, as Dante Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, and Isaiah Gannon Swandy Wilson performed. YDE, a singer and special guest star, also sang her smash single Old Her. Meanwhile, Lois exited the backstage area and desperately tried to persuade Brooklyn to return home, but she wouldn't listen. Whatever Lois intended to discuss would have to wait until tomorrow. Both ladies moved to their chairs. Lulu runs into Cody on her way to her seat and tells him about her conversation with Lois and how she confirmed Gio was Dante and Brooklyn's son. Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, and Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, were still squabbling on the terrace, adding to the drama outside of the performances. Curtis was furious with Portia as she begged him to forgive her for the most recent lie. Drew Cameron Matheson, blackmailed her. Portia was scared that Curtis would terminate things, but to her relief, he says not today. He wants to show Drew their united face, and he doesn't want Portia to fall victim to the ruthless congressman's extortion. Not to mention Curtis' desire not to shatter his daughter Trina Robinson's, Tabiana Ali, heart. Tomorrow might be a different story, but today they'll stick together. Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose, confronts Carly Spencer Laura Wright in the bathroom and taunts her about Willow Tate Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, legal strategy, which portrays Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, as an absentee parent. Way to just show your hand to your opponent, right? Nina also corners Portia at one point, attempting to warn her that Curtis is suspicious. Nevertheless, Portia informs her friend that her husband is now aware of her falsehoods and Drew's extortion. Later, Nina approaches Willow and Drew and offers her entire support, much to the dismay of Carly and Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, who are observing. Drew gratefully acknowledges his mother-in-law for her devotion. It means a lot to him, and Willow is overjoyed that Tracy Quartermain's, Jane Elliott, arrest confirms Drew was drugged. It will be much easier to get custody of the children today. In light of Tracy's arrest, Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, confronts Drew, who is with Willow, about framing his mother. After all, Ned knows his mother isn't negligent enough to get caught, therefore she couldn't possibly have been involved. Ned also tries to warn Willow about Drew again, but she stops him. She then confesses that Michael refused to meet her when she traveled all the way to Germany to visit him at the clinic. In a cocky tone, she claims that Drew is definitely the admirable person in this situation. Olivia Quartermain, Lisa Lo Cicero, steps in and informs Willow that when the truth about Drew is revealed, no one will feel sorry for her. Meanwhile, Vaughn Bryce Durfee arrives in a tux, much to Joss' surprise. Carly walks by as they converse, and Vaughn introduces himself as Jocelyn's PCU friend. Carly smiles and says, "He's cute," as he goes. Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, had another interaction with ADA Justine Turner, Nazneen contractor. She remarks on his speaking so closely with Anna Devane Finola Hughes, to which he responds that they were discussing the two people responsible for the nurses' ball, Robin Scorpio Drake, Kimberly McCullough, and Stone Kate's Michael Sutton, as he walks away. Back to Gio. Lucy is desperately searching for him while Anna and Chase prepare for their tango performance. Emma Drake's Braden Bruner comes along and offers to go look for her buddy. She eventually finds him in the corner, crying and looking quite unhappy. Emma asks whether he's okay, and he clearly isn't, but the show must go on. Gio enters the stage at the end of the May 22nd episode and begins playing the violin, while Anna and Chase begin their dance. Gio comes to a halt, steps closer to the crowd, and announces that he will perform something for the first time. Gio goes on to state that he's decided to dedicate this number to his parents, Brooke Lynn and Dante, who never wanted him and placed him for adoption. The camera swings to Dante, who appears perplexed, Brooke Lynn, who is emotional, Lulu, who is devastated, and a stunned Lois, Sonny, Ned, Olivia, and Emma, among others. In his wrath, Gio smashes his violin into pieces before running off stage crying.